Fans here on their feet at Scotiabank Arena saluting Walter Gretzky, who's in the house tonight.
Walter Gretzky was the most famous hockey dad in the world. His son Wayne holds many NHL scoring records to this day. But to his friends and the community of Brantford, he was so much more.
I don't think anybody signed more autographs than Walter. And you didn't have to ask him for an autograph because he'd jump out of his seat to give you his autograph, whether it was at a coffee shop in Brantford or a hockey game in Toronto.
I liked going to hockey games with him, and they'd line up in the aisles, and he would stay until he signed something for everybody. When I went to a hockey game, I knew I wasn't getting home till wee hours of the morning, and you just sat there with a smile on your face because every kid was just elated.
And Walter was just as elated. Though he suffered a stroke in 1991 that affected his memory, he rarely turned down a request from a charity organization or a young fan.
That's so true. I remember one time I took a young boy down there, a young foster child, to get Wayne's autograph. And we went to the front door, and Walter, come on in. And as we went in, this dog ran up the stairs. And Walter said, make yourself at home, as you know he would. And so we did. And he ran up the stairs and came down with his cat. And I said, don't your cat and dog get along? And he said, well, that's not my dog. I thought it was your dog. And I said, I wouldn't bring my dog into your house. But that's what he was like. He would take his cat out of the house before asking you to get your dog. And I don't know, he was one of a kind. A marvelous, marvelous man.
Every December, Walter would hand out toys to sick kids in local hospitals.
He did charity events for me and I think just about everybody else in this town. And the one thing that really touched me was at Christmas time, he would get toys from me. I would bring cases of toys from McDonald's, and he would go tirelessly from hospital to hospital and hand out toys to kids that couldn't get home for Christmas. It'd break my heart.
Even though Wayne made millions of dollars playing hockey, Walter wanted to stay in the same house in Brantford where he raised his kids.
Walter found out that Wayne was going to build him a new house. And when he found out, he said, fellas, call Wayne and tell him we're not moving. We earned this house. We paid for this house. It's our home. And roots were so important to him. He loved his community. He loved his country. And he loved his home.
His friends say the pandemic had been difficult for him because he was such a people person, and he was battling Parkinson's disease as well.
I have really mixed emotions because very sad that he's passed. I know he's where he always wanted to be with Phyllis, and he's not suffered. And if you've seen anyone with Parkinson's disease, it's very, very cruel. And so that's the good thing. Walter's no longer suffering.